Hello class, good day. For this video, we will be answering 50 questions in analytic geometry. Number 1, we have the linear distance between -4 and 17 on the number line is equivalent to. So for this one class, ang gagamitin natin is formula. We have -4 papuntang 17. So pwede naman din iisa-isahin mo siya pagbilang pero matatagalan tayo. So, ang formula natin dito, class, is 0.2 minus 0.1, then naka-absolute value. So, input natin, absolute value of 0.2, which is 17, minus our 0.1, which is -4, and let's calculate this one. So, we have shift, then yung height, para lalabas yung absolute value, then 17, minus, open parenthesis, -4, close parenthesis. That is equivalent to 21. So therefore, the distance between these 2 points is 21, and that is our final answer. Number 2, we have if the distance between points 3y and 8, 7 is 13, then y is equivalent to. So for this one class, gagamit tayo ng distance formula. We have d is equivalent to the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. So i-designate natin siya. Ito yung ating x sub 1. Ito yung ating y sub 1. Ito yung ating x sub 2. And ito yung ating y sub 2. So for this one class, ilipat lang natin sa kabila. Magiging d squared is equivalent to x squared minus x sub 1 squared, or x sub 2 to, plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. Input natin lahat. Yung ating distance daw is 13 squared is equivalent to, open parenthesis, x sub 2 natin is 8. X sub 1 natin is 3. So minus 3 squared plus y sub 2 natin class is 7 minus yung y sub 1 natin is y. And then let's calculate this one. We have here our calculator. So input natin lahat. We have 13 squared, then alpha, calc, para equals, then open parenthesis, 8 minus 3 squared plus 7 minus alpha x. So, x yung gagamitin natin para ma-shift solve. Then squared. Then shift, tapos calc, then equals. Ayan. So, binigyan tayo ng answer. We have -5. So, syempre, wala tayong sagot na dapat negative. So, shift solve natin ulit. Input tayo ng any number na positive. So, in this case, ang i-input ko is 100. Equals. Ayan. So, bibigyan tayo ng positive na answer. That is 19. So, input natin. Kasi dalawa yung ating answer dito, no? Y is -5 and y is 19. So, therefore, pwede sa kanilang dalawa yung ating sagot. Number 3, we have the line segment connecting C6 and 9y is bisected by point 73. Find the values of x and y. So para may context tayo, drawing natin siya. We have our point 73. So we have from our x-axis and y-axis 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then sa y-axis is 1, 2, 3. So, andito yung point. May line daw na segment connecting C6 and 9y. So, for example, dito, hindi natin alam, no? Let's just assume na ganito yung ating figure. Ayan. So, yung line daw na to is bisected by this point, which is 7, 3. Ibig sabihin ng bisected, yung point na to is nasa gitna ng dalawang points na to na hindi natin alam. So, for this one, yung formula natin is x middle is equivalent to our x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2. And then, sa ating y middle is equivalent to our y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. So, unahin natin yung x middle. Sabi niya, yung middle daw is 7. It is equivalent to our x1 is ito. Designate natin. Ito yung ating x2. Ito yung ating y1. And ito yung ating y sub 2. So, therefore, substitute natin c. Say siya yung unknown. Plus yung ating x sub 2 which is 9 divided by 2. Dito naman sa kabila, we have ym which is 3. Yung middle natin, si c, or si 3. Then y1 natin is 6 plus y2 natin is unknown which is y. Then divided by 2. So, unahin natin to pag calculator class. We have 7 is equivalent to C. So, gagawin natin X para sa shift solve plus 9 divided by 2. So, shift, then solve, then equals. So, our C is equivalent to 5. Next, in our second equation, we have 3 equals 6 plus yung ating unknown which is y, gawin natin x, divided by 2. Then shift, solve, then equals is 0. So, ibig sabihin, class, dito, yung ating sagot, yung C natin is equivalent to 5, and yung Y natin is equivalent to 0. So, therefore, yung 0.1 natin, ito, this will be 0.5. Yung ating X, then yung ating Y is 6. So, second point, we have our 0.2. Yung ating X is 9, and then yung ating Y is 0. So, as you can see, medyo mali yung ating drawing, but this is just an assumption. Kasi yung totoo, nandito yung point kasi 9, 0 tayo, then yung 5, 6 is nasa may bandang itaas. But, okay lang yan kasi representation lang yan siya. So, therefore, our answer is 5 and 0. Final answer. Number 4, we have determine the coordinates of the point which is 3/5 of the way from the point 2, -5 to the point -3, 5. So, in order for us to solve this one, drawing muna natin, no? So, this is our y-axis and this will be our x-axis. Sabi dito, yung first point po natin is 2, 1, 2, and then -5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, andito. This is our x-axis. This is our y-axis. Then, yung second point po natin is -3. 1, 2, 3, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, andito banda. Then, let's draw a line. Yan siya. Yung hinahanap natin na point is 3/5 daw from our point 1. Ito, to -5, papunta kay point 2, which is -3 and 5. So, 3/5 daw. Ilagay natin dito, for example, ito yung 3/5 na distance. So, therefore, ito yung ating 2/5. Diba? Kasi 1 minus 3/5 is 2/5. So, ano daw yung point natin dito? So, ang gagamitin natin na formula dito, class, is this one. X is equivalent to x sub 1 multiplied by r2. Yung ratio ng 2, no? This is our R2 ratio. Then, ito yung ating R1. Plus x sub 2, then multiplied by R1, divided by R1 plus R2. So, again, ito yung hinahanap natin na point, point X and point Y. Next is yung point Y natin. The formula is Y sub 1 multiplied by R2 plus Y sub 2 multiplied by R1 divided by R1 plus R2. Substitute natin lahat, class. Again, ito yung ating x sub 2, ito yung y sub 2, ito yung ating x sub 1, and this is our y sub 1. So, let us substitute everything. X is equivalent to, x sub 1 po natin is 2. Then, multiplied by R2 natin is 2/5 plus x sub 2 natin, class, is -3. Multiplied by R1, which is 3/5. Then, that is all divided by, syempre, no? 3/5 plus 2/5. Next, sa kabila, we have y is equivalent to y sub 1 po natin is -5. Multiplied by our R2, which is 2/5. Plus, y2 po natin is 5. Multiplied by R1, which is 3/5. So, same sila sa denominator. We have 3/5 plus 2/5. Okay, so let's calculate this one. First one is yung x natin. We have 2 multiplied by 2/5 plus -3 multiplied by 3/5. Sobra. Ayan. Then, sa baba, 3/5 plus 2/5. Obviously, no? 1 yung sa baba. Pero sige lang, i-type lang natin. The answer is -1. How about yung sa ating y? So, papalitan lang natin to. -5 times 2/5 plus 5 times 3/5. So, yung y natin na coordinate is 1. So, therefore, class, yung ating point na hinahanap, which is si x and y, is equivalent to -1 and +1. That is our final answer. So, therefore, dito, eto siya. Parang sakto yung drawing natin, -1 and +1. That is the point that we are finding. Number 5, we have the points A1, B2, and C3 are collinear. Which of the following is true? So, we have A, C minus B is equivalent to C minus A. Letter B is C minus B is equivalent to C minus A. Letter C, we have C minus A is equivalent to A minus B. And letter D is C minus A is equivalent to B minus A. So, for this one class, ang clue na binigay sa atin is collinear. Ibig sabihin ng collinear is the same po sila ng slope, which is M, which is our slope, is equivalent to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, for this one, isa-set natin, we have A1 and B2. This is our first distance or point to point. Then, next is B2. Then, C3. So, set natin, class. This is our x sub 1 and this is our y sub 1. This is our x sub 2, and this is our y sub 2 for our first slope. Next, this is our x sub 1, and this is our y sub 1. This is our x sub 2, and this is our y sub 2 for our second slope. So sabi niya, collinear, so therefore yung slope nito tsaka slope nito is equivalent. So unahin natin to, yung first equation natin. We have y sub 2 dito is 2 minus y sub 1 dito is 1. Divided by x sub 2 dito is b. And then yung ating x sub 1 is a. Equals, dito tayo sa equation number 2. Y sub 2 dito is 3 minus yung ating 2 divided by yung ating x sub 2 dito is c and minus yung x sub 1 natin is b. So, next thing is i-rearrange lang po natin siya. 2 minus 1 is 1 divided by b minus a is equivalent to 3 minus 2 is also 1 divided by c minus b. Then, cross multiply po natin. B minus a multiplied by 1 is just the same. No, that is b minus a. 1 multiplied by c minus b is just the same. We have c minus b. So therefore, this is our final answer. Then, this is letter wala sa choices. Kasi may typo tayo. C, dapat dito is B. So therefore, this is our answer. Number 6. Find the inclination of the line passing through negative 5, 3 and 10, 7. So, in finding our inclination or our degrees, that is the slope formula pa rin. That is m is equivalent to tangent theta is equivalent to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Designate natin, this is our x sub 1, this is our y sub 1, this is our x sub 2, and this is our y sub 2. Substitute natin lahat, class. We have tangent theta is equivalent to our y sub 2, which is 7, minus y sub 1, which is 3, divided by x sub 2 natin is 10, and yung ating x sub 1, so minus negative 5. And let's use our calculator. Make sure first na naka-degrees tayo. Shift, mode, then 3 para degrees. Then type natin siya. 7 minus 3 divided by 10 minus negative 5 equals. Transfer natin si tangent sa kabila. We have magiging shift tan. Tan raised to negative 1 na siya kasi transferred to the other side. Then, answer equals. So, therefore, yung ating angle is 14.93 degrees. Input natin dito, angle theta is equivalent to 14.93 degrees. And that is our final answer. Number 7, we have find the angle between the lines 3x plus 2y is equivalent to 6 and x plus y is equivalent to 6. So, ang gagamitin natin dito na formula, class, is tangent theta is equivalent to our slope ng second line minus slope ng first line divided by 1 plus slope ng first line multiplied by the slope of our second line. So, eto yung ating first line kumbaga, and this would be our second line. So, solve muna natin yung slope in each line. We have y is equivalent to mx plus b. So, yung m dito is the slope for that line. So, unahin natin si 3x plus 2y is equivalent to 6. For this one, lipat natin sa kabila, magiging 2y is equivalent to negative 3x plus 6. Then, divide natin everything by 2. Magiging y is equivalent to negative 3 over 2 x plus 3. And by inspection, we have our m is equivalent to negative 3 over 2. Yan, yung katabi ni x. Next is for this one. X plus y is equivalent to 6. So, lipat natin sa kabila, magiging y is equivalent to negative x plus 6. And by inspection, yung m po natin is negative 1. Ayan, yung katabi ni x. So, proceed na tayo sa ating formula class. We have, substitute natin lahat, no? We have tangent of theta is equivalent to our m. This is our m1 and this is our m2. So, m2 natin is negative 1 minus m1 natin is negative 3 over 2 divided by 1 plus m1 po natin is negative 3 over 2 multiplied by m2 natin is negative 1. So, labas natin yung calculator. So, same kanina, we need to check, dapat naka-degrees form tayo. So, shift, mode, then degree. Tapos, input natin, negative 1 minus negative 3 over 2 divided by 1 plus negative 3 over 2 multiplied by negative 1. The answer is 1 over 5. Then may tangent tayo sa ating left side. Lipat natin, magiging shift tan. Kasi nilipat sa kabilang side. Then answer equals 11.309 or 11.31 degrees. Pero pag if sa choices natin walang point na choices, hindi naka-decimal na form, naka-degree, minutes, seconds siya na form, pindutin lang natin yung eto. Yan. So, naging 11 degrees, 18 minutes, and 35.76 seconds. So, depende kasi yan sa choices natin. So, isulat natin yung ating angle is equivalent to 11.31 degrees. Pero pag naka 11 minutes, then 19 minutes. Again, 11 degrees and 19 minutes. So, depende saan sa dalawa yung nasa choices natin. This is our final answer. Number 8. Find the distance of the line 3x plus 4y is equivalent to 5 from the origin. So, ang gagamitin natin dito, class, is distance formula na from a line to a point. Or, kumbaga, from a point to a line. That is equivalent to a x sub 1 plus b multiplied by y sub 1 plus c divided by plus or minus or positive or negative a squared plus b squared square root. So, set natin, class. Take note na yung a, b, c natin will be obtained from ax plus by plus c is equivalent to 0. Then, yung ating point, sabi niya origin, so therefore 0, 0. So, etong line natin is nakagantong form, so convert natin into this form. So, magiging 3x plus 4y, lipat natin si 5 sa other side, magiging negative 5 is equivalent to 0. So, by inspection, yung A po natin, class, is 3. Yung B natin is 4. And yung C natin is negative 5. Sa point natin, we have x sub 1 is 0. And then yung ating y sub 1 is also 0. So let's substitute everything sa ating formula. A is 3, x sub 1 is 0, plus B is 4, y sub 1 is 0, plus C natin is negative 5, divided by positive or negative, square root of A is 3 squared, plus B is 4 squared. Ayan. So, ready na tayo. Input natin lahat sa ating calculator. We have 3 multiplied by 0 plus 4 multiplied by 0 plus negative 5. Sa baba, we have square root of 3 squared plus 4 squared. And our answer is negative 1. Again, wala tayong distance na negative. Ang ibig sabihin lang po ng negative dito is that yung ating distance is papunta sa ilalim. So, therefore, yung answer talaga natin is positive 1. Sulat natin dito, distance is equivalent to 1, and that is our final answer. Number 9. The distance from the point 2, 1 to the line 4x minus 3y plus 5 is equivalent to 0 is blank. So, same po yung formula na gagamitin natin kanina. D is equivalent to A x sub 1 plus B y sub 1 plus C divided by positive or negative A squared plus B squared. So again, ginagamit to na formula if we have a point and we have the equation of our line. So same kanina set natin, this will be our x sub 1 and this will be our y sub 1. For this one, we have A x plus by plus C is equivalent to 0. So by inspection, yung A po natin is 4. Yung B po natin is negative 3. And yung C po natin is 5. So let us all substitute our values. A natin is 4. Multiplied by x sub 1 which is 2. Plus B natin class is negative 3. Multiplied by y sub 1 which is 1. Plus C natin is 5. Sa baba, we have positive or negative. A natin is 4 squared. Plus B natin is negative 3 squared. Substitute natin sa ating calculator. We have 4 times 2 plus negative 3 times 1 plus 5. Sa baba, we have square root of 4 squared plus negative 3 squared. And our distance is equivalent to 2. So, isulat natin, class, our answer is equivalent to 2. Ayan. Number 10. The distance from point 1, 3 to the line 4x plus 3y plus 12 is equivalent to 0 is blank. So, again, class, yung ating formula is just the same kanina. D is equivalent to A multiplied by x sub 1 plus B multiplied by y sub 1 plus C divided by the square root of positive or negative A squared plus B squared. So, set natin, class. Ito yung ating x sub 1 and this will be our y sub 1. Dito sa kabila, we have ax plus by plus c is equivalent to 0. By inspection, a po natin is 4, b po natin is 3, and yung c po natin is 12. So let's substitute everything to our formula. 4 multiplied by 1 plus 3 multiplied by 3 plus 12. Ayan, dyan galing lahat. Divided by, sa baba, we have the square root, positive or negative, 4 squared plus 3 squared. And let's input everything sa ating calculator. 4 multiplied by 1 plus 3 times 3 plus 12 divided by the square root 4 squared plus 3 squared. So our distance from our point papunta sa ating line is 5. Sulat natin, we have D is equivalent to 5. That is our answer. Number 11. Find the distance between the lines 3x plus y minus 12 is equivalent to 0 and 3x plus y minus 4 is equivalent to 0. So for this one class, mahahanapan lang natin ng distance yung dalawang line. Dapat parallel sila. Ibig sabihin, same sila ng slope. So ang gagamitin natin na formula is D is equivalent to C2 minus C1 divided by our square root of a squared plus b squared. So therefore, set natin dito, take note, ating formula is ax plus by plus c is equivalent to 0. So for our equation number 1, and this is our equation number 2. Unahin natin dito, a natin dito is 3, b natin is 1, and then yung c po natin is negative 12. So for our equation number 2, a po natin is 3, b po natin is 1, and yung c po natin is negative 4. So take note, the same sila ng a tsaka b, kasi same po sila ng slope. So for this one, substitute natin lahat. D is equivalent to our, ito yung c1, ito yung c2. So c2 natin is negative 4, minus c1 natin is negative 12. Then that is all divided by the square root of 3 squared plus 1 squared. So input natin lahat sa ating calculator. We have negative 4 minus negative 12 divided by the square root of 3 squared plus 1 squared. So the answer is 4 square root of 10 over 5. So etong sagot na to is na-rationalize na. Ibig sabihin wala na tayong square root sa baba. Pero kung wala to sa choices, pwede natin siyang ibalik sa ibaba. So try natin. So we have D is equivalent to 4 square root of 10 divided by 5. Again, rationalize na to. So ibalik natin sa baba. Multiply by square root of 10 over square root of 10. So therefore, 4 square root of 10 times square root of 10. Ito is magiging 4 times 10. Then sa baba, 5 square root of 10. So therefore, simplify natin, magiging 40 divided by 5 square root of 10. 40 divided by 5 is 8 over square root of 10. And that is our answer. Pero again, pwede na to nasagot. What if lang po wala siya sa ating choices. Number 12. Find the slope of the line defined by y minus x is equivalent to 5. So eto medyo madali lang siya. Susundan lang natin yung y is equivalent to mx plus b. So we will transform this one into this form. So magiging y is equivalent to, lipat natin to sa kabila, magiging positive x plus 5. So, kalagay dito yung katabi ni x which is 1. Yan yung ating magiging slope. And that is our answer. Number 13. In a Cartesian coordinates, the vertices of a triangle are defined by the following points. Negative 2, 0, 4, 0, and 3, 3. What is the area? So, pag binigyan kayo ng tatlong points, which is our triangle, yung formula lang po na gagamitin natin is this one. A is equivalent to 1/2. Then parenthesis, x sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 3. Sa baba, y sub 1, y sub 2, y sub 3, close parenthesis. Then, x sub 1, y sub 1. So, designate natin, this is our x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, x sub 3, and y sub 3. Substitute po natin, class. Area is equivalent to 1/2. Then, open parenthesis, -2, 0, 4, 0, 3, and 3. Dito sa labas, -2, 0. So, ang gagawin natin dito is i-cross multiply natin, then i-deduct. Magiging 1/2, open parenthesis, eto muna. So, -2 times 0 plus, eto, 4 times 3 plus, eto, 3 times 0. Pagkatapos, sabi ko kanina, i-deduct natin siya. So, magiging, lagyan natin ng open parenthesis, minus. Eto, 0 times 4. Then, eto, plus 0 times 3 plus, eto, 3 times -2. So, lagyan natin ng close parenthesis, close parenthesis. So, we will input everything sa ating calculator. We have 1/2 times -2 times 0 plus 4 times 3 plus 3 times 0, close parenthesis, minus, open parenthesis, 0 times 4 plus 0 times 3 plus 3 times -2, close parenthesis. So, yung area natin is equivalent to 9 square unit. Sulat natin, that is 9 square units. Final answer. Number 14, in a Cartesian coordinates, the vertices of a square are 1, 1, 4, 5, 0, 8, and -3, 4. What is the area? So, ang gagamitin natin dito, class, na formula is medyo the same lang kanina. That is 1/2, then x sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 3, x sub 4. Sa baba, y sub 1, y sub 2, y sub 3, and y sub 4. Close parenthesis, x sub 1, y sub 1. So, designate natin, this is our x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, x sub 3, y sub 3, and x sub 4, y sub 4. Distribute natin lahat, class. We have 1/2, 1, 1, 4, 5, 0, 8, -3, and 4. Sa labas, same din, 1, 1. So, operate natin siya. Again, 1/2, open parenthesis, that is 1 multiplied by 5. Ito, plus, ito, 4 multiplied by 8, plus, ito, 0 multiplied by 4, plus, ito, -3 multiplied by 1. Close parenthesis, minus, open parenthesis, then ito, 1 multiplied by 4, plus, ito, 5 multiplied by 0, plus, ito, 8 multiplied by -3, plus, eto, ang last, we have 4 multiplied by 1, close parenthesis, close parenthesis. Input natin sa calculator. We have 1/2, open parenthesis, 1 times 5 plus 4 times 8 plus 0 times 4 plus negative 3 times 1, close parenthesis, minus, open parenthesis, 1 times 4 plus 5 times 0 plus 8 times negative 3 plus 4 times 1, close parenthesis, close parenthesis, close parenthesis. So therefore, the area for this square is equivalent to 25. Sulat natin, that is equivalent to 25 square units. Final answer. Number 15, what is the x-intercept of the line passing through 1, 4, and 4, 1? So for this one, hahanapin muna natin yung equation ng line. That will be our first step. So in finding that one, finding a line using 2 points, yung formula natin is y minus y sub 1 is equivalent to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1 multiplied by x minus x sub 1. So designate natin class, this will be our x sub 1, y sub 1. This would be our x sub 2, y sub 2, and substitute. Y minus 4 is equivalent to 1 minus 4 divided by 4 minus 1. Then, x minus 1. So, simplify natin, class. Ito magiging y minus 4 is equivalent to 1 minus 4 is negative 3. Sa baba is 4 minus 1 is positive 3. X minus 1. Ulitin natin. Magiging y minus 4. Ito is magiging negative x minus 1. So, substitute natin dito, class. Magiging negative x plus 1. Negative times positive is negative. Negative times negative is positive. Copy natin to. Yan. Then, transfer natin to the other side. Itong negative x, magiging positive x plus y is equivalent to negative 4. Transfer natin sa kabila, magiging positive 4 plus 1. So, yung line natin is x plus y is equivalent to 5. Pero yung hinahanap natin, class, is yung x-intercept ng line na to. So, in finding our x-intercept, we just need to substitute y is equivalent to 0 to our line formula. So, magiging x plus 0 is equivalent to 5. So, therefore, its x-intercept is 5, and that is our final answer. Number 16, we have if the points of negative 2, 3, xy, and negative 3, 5 lie on a straight line, then the equation of the line is equivalent to. So, ang gagamitin natin dito, class, is the same lang sa ating problem 15. Yung formula natin, again, if you are finding the equation given 2 points, that is y minus y sub 1 is equivalent to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1 multiplied by x minus x sub 1. So, designate natin, this will be our x sub 1, y sub 1. This will be our x sub 2 and y sub 2. So, eto, hindi natin yan siya magagamit. So, substitute natin, y minus 3 is equivalent to 5 minus 3 divided by negative 3 minus negative 2 multiplied by x minus negative 2. So, simplify po natin, y minus 3 is equivalent to 5 minus 3 is 2. Sa baba is magiging negative 3. Negative times negative is positive. So, magiging negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Then, x, negative times negative is positive 2. So, simplify ulit natin. Y minus 3 is equivalent to negative 2x plus 2. Distribute, magiging y minus 3 is equivalent to negative 2x. Ito, multiply dito, magiging negative 4. So, rearrange po natin. Lagyan natin lahat sa left side. Magiging positive 2x plus y. Tapos, negative 3. Ito, lipat sa kabila. Negative 3 plus 4 is positive 1. Is equivalent to 0. So, therefore, this is our answer. Number 17. A line with an inclination of 45 degrees passes through negative 5 over 2, negative 9 over 2. What is the x-coordinate of a point on the line if its corresponding y-coordinate is 6? So for this one, class, makukuha natin yung kanyang hinahanap using this formula. Tangent theta is equivalent to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So sabi kanina, yung inclination po daw natin is 45 degrees. Lagay natin. Tapos mag-designate po tayo. Ito yung first point natin. So this will be our x sub 1 and y sub 1. So yung next clue po natin, binigyan tayo na what is its x-coordinate if its corresponding coordinate sa y is 6. So therefore, this will be our x sub 2 and this will be our y sub 2. Substitute po natin, class. Y sub 2 natin is 6 minus y sub 1 natin is negative 9 over 2. Sa baba, x sub 2 natin, that is our unknown. Tapos, minus x sub 1 is negative 5 over 2. So, medyo mahirap to i-calculator kasi may tangent 45. Hanapin muna natin yung kanyang value. By using our calculator, tangent 45 po is 1. So, palitan natin dito, 1 is equivalent to 6. Negative times negative is positive, 9 over 2. Divided by x, negative times negative is positive 5 over 2. So, input po natin yan lahat para makuha natin si x. We have 1 is equivalent to 6 plus 9 over 2 divided by x plus 5 over 2. Then, press shift, then calc or shift solve. Then, input ka ng any number, then equals. Our answer is 8. Sulat lang natin, 8, and that is our final answer. Number 18, find the equation of the line if the x-intercept and y-intercept are negative 2 and 4 respectively. So, if given yung ating x and y-intercept, ito yung formula na gagamitin natin, class. X divided by a plus y divided by b is equivalent to 1, where a is our x-intercept and b is our y-intercept. So therefore, substitute natin x divided by, sabi dito is negative 2, plus y divided by, sabi dito, yung ating b is 4. Is equivalent to 1. So simplify na lang po natin. Let us multiply everything by our greatest common denominator, which is 4. So, magiging 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2x plus 4 divided by 4 is 1. So, y na lang. Equals 1 multiplied by 4 is 4. So, rearrange natin class, magiging y minus 2x. Lipat natin si 4 sa kabila, magiging negative 4 is equivalent to 0. And that is our final answer. Number 19, we have the line 2x minus 3y plus 2 is equivalent to 0. Is perpendicular to another line, L1, of a known equation. Find the slope of L1. So for this one class, kukunin muna natin yung slope ng ating line na binigay. We have 2x minus 3y plus 2 is equivalent to 0. Take note, y is equivalent to mx plus b. So we will transform this one into this form. We have negative 3y is equivalent to, transfer natin si 2x, magiging negative 2x. Transfer natin si 2, magiging negative 2. Tapos, divide natin silang lahat ng negative 3. Magiging y is equivalent to, kasi ito is cancel out. Negative times negative or negative divided by negative is positive. So, magiging 2/3 x. Tapos, negative divided by negative is positive 2/3. So, by inspection, yung ating slope dito is equivalent to 2/3. Kasi siya yung tabi ni x. Pero yung hinahanap natin is perpendicular na slope sa another line. Take note class, if we will compare our slope 1 to our slope 2 which is perpendicular, ang kanyang formula is this one. M2 is equivalent to negative 1 over M1. So, ito po yung M1 natin, kumbaga. So, substitute natin. M2 is equivalent to negative 1 over M1 natin is 2/3. So, therefore, reciprocal natin yan, magiging M2 is equivalent to negative 3 over 2. And that is our final answer. Number 20. What is the equation of the line that passes through point 40 and is parallel to the line x minus y minus 2 is equivalent to 0. So for this one, first thing that we need to do is to find our slope for this equation. X minus y minus 2 is equivalent to 0. So gagamit tayo ng formula. Y is equivalent to mx plus b. And transform natin, magiging negative y is equivalent to, transfer natin si x sa kabila, negative x. Transfer natin si negative 2 sa kabila, magiging positive 2. Multiply both sides by negative 1, magiging y is equivalent to positive x minus 2. And by inspection po, yung m natin or slope is equivalent to 1. So take note, the relationship between two slopes na parallel is that yung ating slope 1 is equivalent sa ating slope 2. So we will be using this formula. We have y minus y sub 1 is equivalent to m multiplied by x minus x sub 1. So substitute natin y minus y sub 1 po natin dito is eto, 0. Is equivalent to m multiplied by x minus x sub 1 natin is eto, 4. So last thing is, simplify po natin, magiging y is equivalent to, again, m1 is equivalent to m2 which is 1. So 1 multiplied by x minus 4. So, simplify ulit, magiging x minus 4. Lahat, ilagay natin sa left side, magiging x negative x plus y plus 4 is equivalent to 0. So, multiply lang natin both sides para maging positive si x. So, magiging negative si y and magiging negative si 4 is equivalent to 0. And this will be our final answer. Number 21. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line joining 5, 0 and negative 7 and 3. So first thing that we need to do is to find our slope for these 2 points. So yung formula natin dyan is M1 is equivalent to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, i-designate natin sila, x sub 1, y sub 1. Ito yung x sub 2 and y sub 2. Substitute, we have 3 minus 0 divided by negative 7 minus 5. And then, let's calculate this one. We have 3 divided by negative 7 minus 5 is negative 12. Simplify natin, 3 divided by 12, pwede siyang maging negative 1 over 4. So next, transform natin to. Sabi niya perpendicular bisector. So take note that our M1 is perpendicular with our M2. So yung formula natin dito in transforming, M2 is equivalent to negative 1 divided by M1. So substitute natin negative 1 over negative 1/4. So negative times negative is positive, 1/4 is i-reciprocal natin magiging 4. So therefore, the slope of our second equation is 4. Next, we will find the center of these 2 points, which is point 1 and point 2, kasi sabi na bisector. So, the formula for that one, x is equivalent to x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2. And y is equivalent to y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. Substitute, we have x is equivalent to x sub 1 natin is 5 plus x sub 2 is negative 7 divided by 2. Sa kabila, we have y is equivalent to y sub 1 natin is 0 plus y sub 2 natin is 3 divided by 2. So therefore, x po natin is equivalent to negative 2 divided by 2, that is negative 1. And yung ating y coordinate is 3 divided by 2 is 3 over 2. So for our last part, we will be using point slope method or point slope form for our formula para ma-create natin yung ating equation. So that is y minus y sub 1 is equivalent to m x minus x sub 1. So for this one, ito yung magiging x sub 1 natin, ito yung magiging y sub 1 natin. Then yung slope na gagamitin natin is etong M2. Ito siya. So substitute, that is y minus 3 over 2 is equivalent to 4 multiplied by x minus negative 1. Then simplify. We have y is equivalent to 3 over 2 is equivalent to, multiply natin magiging 4x. Ito, negative times negative is positive, times 4 is positive 4. So ito, tanggalin lang natin. So for this one, again, simplify natin to class. We have 4x, lipat natin. Sa kabila, magiging negative 4x. Tapos, plus y. Then we have negative 3 over 2 minus 4 is equivalent to 0. Next thing, simplify lang natin ulit. Multiply both sides by 2. Then negative 2 para maging positive yung x natin. So negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8x. Positive y times negative 2 magiging negative 2y. Negative 3 over 2 times negative 2 is magiging positive 3 kasi cancel out lang yun. Then negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8 is equivalent to 0. Last, simplify ulit, magiging 8x minus 2y, 3 plus 8 is 11. So, plus 11 is equivalent to 0. So, therefore, ito yung equation natin which is perpendicular bisector sa ating line. And that is our final answer. Number 22. The equation of the line through negative 3 and negative 5 parallel to 7x plus 2y minus 4 is equivalent to 0 is blank. So first thing that we need to do is to find the slope of this equation. 7x plus 2y minus 4 is equivalent to 0. Take note of the equation y is equivalent to mx plus b. So, we will transform this one. Magiging 2y is equivalent to 7x. Lipat sa kabila. Magiging negative 7x. 2y. Negative 4. Lipat sa kabila. Magiging positive 4. And then, divide everything by 2. So, magiging y is equivalent to negative 7 over 2x plus 2. And by inspection, yung ating slope dito sa first equation is negative 7 over 2. So take note po, if we will compare our slope 1 with our slope 2, pag parallel sila, slope 1 is equivalent to slope 2. So that is equivalent to negative 7 over 2. So next, we will create our equation by this formula. We have y minus y sub 1 is equivalent to m multiplied by x minus x sub 1. So, eto pa din yung point na gagamitin natin. X sub 1 and this is y sub 1. Substitute everything. Ito yung m2 natin. Y minus negative 5 is equivalent to negative 7 over 2 multiplied by x minus negative 3. So, simplify natin. Y, negative times negative is positive 5. It's equivalent to, eto distribute, negative times positive. So, magiging negative 7 over 2x. Negative times negative is positive times another negative is negative. So, eto, magiging 7 times 3 over 2. So, 7 times 3 is 21 divided by 2. So, lagyan natin. 21 divided by 2. So, simplify natin, class. Multiply both sides by our greatest common denominator, which is 2. So, magiging 2y plus 10 is equivalent to, eto cancel out, negative 7x minus 21. Transfer natin lahat. Sa left side, magiging 7x plus 2y, 10 plus 21 is 31. So, magiging positive 31 is equivalent to 0. And this is our final answer. Number 23. What is the equation of the line passing through negative 2, 6 with the x-intercept half the y-intercept? So, for this one, binigyan tayo ng clue na yung ating A, which is our x-intercept po daw, is 1/2 ng ating B, which is our y-intercept. So, ilipat lang natin sa kabila. Pwede siyang i-rewrite. Magiging B is equivalent to 2A. Gagamitin natin yan mamaya. So, using our intercept form na formula, we have x divided by A plus y divided by b is equivalent to 1, where a is our x-intercept and b is our y-intercept. So, substitute natin dito, sabi niya, yung ating x is negative 2 and our y is 6. So, negative 2 divided by a plus 6 divided by b is equivalent to 1. Gagamitin natin tong nasa itaas, substitute natin. So, negative 2 over A plus 6 divided by B, wherein ang B natin is 2A. So, papalitan natin siya. Ayan, 2A is equivalent to 1. So, next, we will be using our calculator. I-input natin siya, class. We have negative 2 over, ang A natin is X para sa ating shift solve, plus 6 divided by 2a, which is our x. It's equivalent to 1. So, shift, then solve, and equals. So, as you can see, yung ating a is 1. Sulat natin, class. A is equivalent to 1. So, therefore, b is equivalent to 2a. So, 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. And let's substitute this one to our formula kanina. So, magiging x over a plus y over b is equivalent to 1. Substitute natin, magiging x over a po natin is 1 plus y divided by b, which is 2, is equivalent to 1. So, multiply both sides by our greatest common denominator, which is 2. So, magiging x times 2 divided by 1 is 2x, plus y over 2 times 2 is y, kasi cancel out. Sa kabila, 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. So, rewrite lang natin, magiging 2x plus y. Lipat sa kabila, magiging negative 2 is equivalent to 0, and this is our final answer. Number 24, find the slope of the line having a parametric equation y is equivalent to 40 plus 6 and x is equivalent to t plus 1. So, ang gagawin lang natin dito, class, is to substitute our second equation to our first equation. So, again, i-rearrange natin to, magiging x is equivalent to t plus 1. Lagay natin to sa kabila, magiging t is equivalent to x minus 1. So, ang ginawa ko lang po, etong plus 1, transfer to the other side, magiging negative 1, and then swap. Tapos, etong equation number 3 natin na nagawa is i-substitute natin kay equation number 1. Magiging y is equivalent to 4. Then, sabi dito t, papalitan natin ng x minus 1. Then, plus 6. Simplify natin, magiging y is equivalent to distribute. Magiging 4x. Then, 4 times negative 1 is negative 4 plus 6. Simplify natin, magiging y is equivalent to 4x. Negative 4 plus 6 is positive 2. Then, gagamitan natin ng equation na y is equivalent to mx plus b para malaman natin yung slope. And by inspection, yung ating slope is equivalent to 4, which is yung katabi ng ating x. And that is our final answer. Number 25, we have find the area of a triangle which the line 2x minus 3y plus 6 is equivalent to 0 forms with the coordinate axis. So, hahanapin muna natin yung kanyang mga intercepts para ma-drawing natin. First one is x is equivalent to 0. Substitute natin, magiging 2, 0, minus 3y plus 6 is equivalent to 0. Compute natin. We will be using our calculator. We have 2 times 0 minus 3y plus 6 is equivalent to 0. So, yung y, pinalitan ko muna ng x para ma-shift solve natin. Shift solve, and the answer is 2. Sulat natin, y is equivalent to 2. Next, y is equivalent to 0 para makuha natin yung x-intercept. Magiging 2x minus 3 times 0 plus 6 is equivalent to 0. Calculator natin, 2x minus 3 times 0 plus 6 is equivalent to 0. Shift, solve, then equals, yung ating x is negative 3. Ilagay natin, x is equivalent to negative 3. So, ibig sabihin, yung ating intercepts are 0 and 2 and negative 3 and 0. So, if we will plot this one, drawing natin, this is our y and x intercept. So, first one is 0, 2. So, 1, 2. Tapos, yung isa is negative 3, 0. We have 1, 2, 3, and 0. So, ito yung line natin. So, ito yung triangle. Yan natin. Ito yung area ng triangle na hinahanap natin. So, we all know, we have our formula for our area ng ating triangle is 1/2 base times height or A times B. Diba? Yung ating base dito is 3. Etong distance na to. And yung height natin is this one, which is 2. So, substitute natin, area is equivalent to 1/2. Base natin is 3. And then, height natin is 2. Yan. Sulat lang natin, 1/2 base times height. So, by calculating this one, we have 1/2 of 3 times 2 is equivalent to 3. Sulat natin, 3 square units. Final answer. So that ends our part 1 for our analytic geometry. See you for our next video, that is example 26 to example 50.